The Free Trade Agreement (FTA) between Colombia and the United States is made up of rules and procedures derived from them, which are applied under equal conditions for these two countries. The FTA consists of a regional or bilateral trade agreement to expand the market for goods and services between the signatory countries. This consists on an elimination or substantial reduction of tariffs for goods between the parties and agreements on services. On the other hand, each country is free to dictate its national economic policies and take the measure it deems appropriate to promote international trade and especially to protect and promote the export of its products. However, according to the political constitution of our country, international agreements have all the rigor and must be complied like any other actual legislation. The FTA between Colombia and the United States was approved on October 12 of 2011 by the United States Congress and has been in force since May 15 of 2012, signed between Juan Manuel Santos and Barack Obama at the Sixth Summit of the Americas, held in Cartagena from April 9 to April 15 of 2012 without an expiration date, but with the possibility of seeking reforms or termination by each of the parties. This agreement is organized in a document of 23 chapters dedicated to different topics. These international trade agreements give Colombia the advantage that its businessmen can sell their products and services abroad in a better condition without paying taxes, without being subject to other barriers which they must pay if they do not have these treaties. This helps country national economy to grow as it has a much better wider consumer market than when its entrepreneurs are limited to selling in the domestic market. Therefore, free trade is considered positive because the lack of trade barriers makes export easier and relatively cheap. In this way, a country can focus its resources more efficiently and achieve a higher real income. The global benefits of free trade to a country's economy. There might be some major drawbacks to establish free trade agreements. Colombia is not a threat to the United States in a political and economic matters, since the total Colombian production is only one quarter of U.S. production. Colombia has a small impact on U.S. production, so economists believe the FTA will be generous. Colombia is in a disadvantage because the United States has a greater capacity to generate competition and production in sectors where Colombia is more dynamic. At the same time, Colombia has sectors in which it can compete in fruits, vegetables, footwear, textiles, etc., without ignoring the great disadvantage of the gap between developed countries like United States and developing countries like Colombia. Thank you.